Man, the dog days of summer are just about over already. NFL preseason is back. Baseball starting to, get into some important games here. August is halfway through. College football is going to be starting here soon. We are here. We on the good slope towards the end of the year when it comes to sports. Then before you know it, the NBA is back already, just like that. JGoodWithSports here. Just want to touch on a few things, and we're going to keep it moving. So let's start with baseball. So yeah, we were about 5-6 weeks left in the season. The Yankees are doing their thing. The New York Mets are doing their thing, surprisingly enough. LA Dodgers doing their thing, not too surprising. Houston Astros. Look, so somehow, some way, my White Sox are still relevant in probably the sorriest division in baseball, in a division that my team should have head and shoulders blew the competition out the water. But there's a lot of things wrong. Players not playing with any drive. Pitching the suspect. Bats are not as, hitting as they used to be. And don't even get me started on the manager himself. But nevertheless, it's only two and a half games out of first place. It's a 3-team race between the Guardians, the Twins, and the White Sox. Doesn't help that my boy Tim Anderson is recovering from surgery. He's going to be out for another 5 weeks. That does not help whatsoever. So, yeah, my team's going to have to dig deep and figure it out. Aaron Judge is on pace for the home run record here. And that man has been on a tear. He batted on himself, and he is head and shoulders is going to pay off here. At least the majors with 46 home runs. At least the majors with 100 RBIs. At least the majors in OPS. 10th in batting average at 303. Yeah, this man here, he's about to be filthy rich. The Yankees are relevant. It's always good to see the Yankees, play meaningful baseball this time of year. They have one of the best brands in all of sports. So, one of the best brands of all of sports is actually winning. Everybody wins. That's just what it is. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to take my attention to the NL, to a team that I guess still has a chance for the wild card here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're only a half game out of the final wild card spot, and it's supposed to have a juggernaut of a lineup if it wasn't for a couple of things. The main thing is now an 80-game suspension for one of the star players. So the San Diego Padres, if you been under a rock, they made one of the best deals at the deadline by trading for Juan Soto from the Nationals, who won the home run derby. He's probably the best hitter in the game. And so their hope was to add him to a lineup of Manny Machado and also, Fernando Tatis Jr., when he comes back from injury. He hasn't played all year. He's coming from wrist surgery from an accident before the season started back in March. He is getting closer and closer to returning. And then, we found out the other day that he got suspended for 80 games for PEDs. And that just sucked the air out of the room. Like, the man just not too long ago signed a 14-year, $340 million contract extension with the Padres. Like, he is a special talent. This suspension just lets me know that he does not have the right people around him. Between the people in his inner circle and the people that's rehabbing him, that's just a bad move all the way around. It's not a good look. I know he was, trying to hurry up and get back. I mean, a lot of times when PEDs are used, it's just more so for recovery. But I'm pretty sure the training around him, the medical staff around him, whoever it was, knew better and still set this man up for failure. And to a certain extent, Mr. Tatis here, he definitely takes a lot of the blame too for allowing this to happen. You have to do better. I understand you haven't played all year. I understand you're trying to get back to, form this three-headed monster of a lineup that we all wanted to see. But, man, come on. Come on. That means he's done for the rest of this year and probably be done about 2 to 3 weeks, probably into next year as well, or maybe a month into next year. That really, is deflating for an organization who has a lot of high hopes and expectations now, and basically just, quote unquote, shot themselves in their own foot. That's a big blow. That is. Man. All right, we're gonna switch gears to tennis really quick because I haven't had a chance to really talk about it. But the GOAT, Serena Williams, said it without saying the word retired, is basically retiring. She's done here pretty soon. And she is arguably the greatest athlete of all time. Back when I was writing a blog called JGoodWithSports a few years ago, and I did an article on her and her greatness and what she meant to the game. I remember her and Venus came in very young with the beads in their hairs, just changing the game, dominating. Of course, we all remember Serena in the in a Catwoman quote unquote outfit with the black leather. Of course, we all remember that. But just to remind you of her greatness, she has 73 singles titles, meaning she won 73 times. 23 of those were Grand Slam single titles. She won 23 of them boys. 14 Grand Slam doubles titles, and she has 4 Olympic gold medals. Serena, to me, is without a doubt, the GOAT in tennis. Without a doubt. They used to talk about her, how manly she looked, how, overpowering she was, how unladylike she was. It was just, when you're actually, accomplishing goals and succeeding, of course, the people under you at times are going to talk bad about you to try to bring you down. But this one right here, Serena, I felt like she overcame all of that and some. And so, yeah, she definitely deserved her flowers before she's officially done. What a career. What an inspiration. She changed the game of tennis forever. Because you won't see the likes of Sloane Stephens out there without Serena. Naomi Osaka, you won't see her out there without Serena. And there's a few others. Yeah, she's her and her sister Venus been inspirations, and Serena's definitely the GOAT for what was able to accomplish by far. So shout out to the GOAT, Serena Williams. Man, all right. Switching another gear here. Talk some NFL real quick. Week 1 of preseason is basically done. There's, I think, one more game left, and that's happening today. It's just a breath of fresh air to see the NFL really back. We know these games are meaningless, but we also know at the same time a lot of these players are battling for starting rights or playing time, making the team itself in general. It's a lot of different reasons for these guys coming out here and playing hard. So don't take that part for granted. Man, I'm just excited, man. My Bears played yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to see it. But, they ended up beating the Chiefs 19-14. But once again, like I said, meaningless football in that perspective. Honestly, I just want to see progression this year. I just want to see players go out there and play hard. I know my team isn't going to be too good this year. I've accepted that a long time ago. I just want to see my boy Justin Fields, taking the strides to be a superstar. As much as they talked about over the past few months from certain sources, saying that he's made some of the best strides ever from year 1 to year 2. That's all I want to see. I just want to see progression and people out there playing hard. I want to see Darnell Mooney do his thing, continue to develop. I do want to see somebody else, from the wide receiver core actually step up and be a contributing factor this year. Somebody. It's like, throwing a dart in a dark room and just throwing it up for grabs. Somebody should, come out on top, but we'll find out there. I just want to see the defense play hard and not give up a touchdown on every single drive or give up points or break instead of bend and don't break defense. I just need effort. Roquan Smith and that dumb contract negotiation thing where he requested a trade and tried to make the Bears look bad, but in actuality, the Bears actually made him fair offers. He doesn't have an agent, so I feel like he's out here doing things he don't know what he's doing. Now the Bears called his bluff, took him off the PUP list, and now he has to play or get fined. That's all on Roquan. And I don't blame the Bears one bit at all. Initially, sitting here scratching our heads, but now after, learning more details, I don't blame the Bears whatsoever. So I'm actually half and half on Roquan. If Roquan wants to, go, fine. If we're going to trade him, maybe make sure we get top dollar for the man. Because he is a very, very good talent. He is. He's been very productive. He hasn't made the Pro Bowl whatsoever, but he's made All-Pro. Second team. If that says anything. But at the same time, from the Bears' perspective, the Bears' head and shoulders got the most cap space heading into next year. And maybe in their minds, they don't want to pay the man right away because it may affect that. I'm sure they do value him. I'm just thinking he's in his feelings. That's exactly what it is. That man took business personally, and look at where we are. Now he kind of looks like a goofy for, I guess putting the Bears on blast when multiple executives around the league, when they found out the number that they was offering this man, everybody said that was a fair deal. So what's really good, Mr. Smith? I don't get it. But yeah, whatever happens, happens. If you stay, cool. If you're gone, cool. Adios to you. No hard feelings. It's just business. Nothing personal. But yeah. So yeah, every Sunday going forward, we're going to see football until the end of the year. Matter of fact, I think we're going to see football until February. So basically got half a year for some football. So buckle up, people. I'm excited. We're in good times now. We made it through the quote-unquote dog days of summer. Whew. Pat yourself on the back. All right, this is my time. So continue to rock with your boy right here on the No Offense Radio and the No Offense Network. I'm here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, 10, 2, and 5 Central Time. Also, follow your boy on social media at JGoodWithSports, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Your boy is on a couple of podcasts. The Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, which is going to start up this upcoming Saturday. We've been on a 7-week hiatus. Destination Fantasy Podcast for fantasy football. We definitely going to get that weekly, probably starting next week. Little hiccups, but neither here nor there. You all have a great one. You all be safe. Come back, rock with your boy in a couple of days. But until then, peace.